I really don't know what to say about this week's NXT, other than I'm more focused on next week's NXT. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz, Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check, here with your March 21st review for NXT. And, yeah, I'm sort of left in a lurch here because the show wasn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. You guys know they'd have to go a pretty far way before I say that NXT had a bad show, but there's not... It's either a great show that I didn't like, or it's a terrible show that I liked. I don't really know which is which. I'm going to sort of skip over the house cleaning. You guys know Destiny Icons is coming up. You guys know I'm going to the house show on Friday, which is going to be a lot of fun. Check out the NXT reviews, check out the 205 Live reviews, check out the Off the Cuff series, and the Q&A. Please join in the Q&A if you want. We're back at Full Sail University, finally. I don't know what the story is, really, for them going to Atlanta, for them going to Center Stage, whether they were doing something to Full Sail University. I'm sure it's on the dirt sheets. I don't care enough to look, is the honest answer on that. Ciampa comes out, and this is at the point where, on the one hand, I really love it, and on the other hand, I really want to roll my eyes. My immediate thought, with the heat that Ciampa gets these days, with the whole, like, giving the audience the silent treatment and just going out there and soaking up the hate, and it's just because of the week that we're having in WWE, with Johnny Gargano, kayfabe fired, wouldn't Ciampa versus the returning Daniel Bryan be a fun feud? That's just a thought that I wanted to leave you guys with. Comes out, does the trolling, doesn't say very much, does the whole thing with the mic. And here's the thing. The first week where he just soaked up the hate and played around with the idea that all he has to do is raise up the microphone and the crowd goes apoplectic was great. The second week, it was still impactful, but, you know, it loses its impact quickly. Now, it's a watered-down mixture of the Jarrett trolling and Roman Reigns the night after WrestleMania. Oh, yes, I said it. But, you know, he gets boos, he gets you suck chants, he gets we want Johnny, but he also gets psycho killer chants. So this is where you go from being such a great heel you're booed to being such a great heel that the fans are cheering for you, which is great. He does grab the microphone and he does actually say a couple of things. He doesn't cut a promo or anything like that. Just as they're chanting for Johnny Gargano, they, you know, get it through your head, newsflash, he's gone, he's not going to be walking down that aisle, which is wonderful. And then he poses, you know, arms out in the air, almost Jericho-esque once again, soaking in the soaking in the hate, soaking in the booze and all that, and then he goes out, as he was doing a couple weeks ago, and starts beating up signs, and he takes signs from people, and he rips up signs, including he takes one from a midget, which, you know, probably makes me sound like an asshole, but whatever. He yells at an old lady, and then he goes to pick on a fan in a luchador mask, which almost predictably is Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano and he get into a quick brawl. The security is actually on point for once. They take down Johnny Gargano in short order. Obviously, the crowd chanting, "Let them fight." Gargano is removed from the building, and they literally follow him all the way out of the building, which is nice. It's a little tease. It feels like it was fast-tracked. It feels like they could have had them brawl for a little bit before doing a pull-apart, but they didn't, and they're going to make us wait for, I guess, TakeOver? I guess. I mean, I know we're getting it. I just don't know when we're getting it. We get one of the backstage girls, whose name I can't remember because I'm a terrible person, giving us a total recap of the Dusty Classic so far. A total recap is not really a total recap because we've only had 3 matches, but we see Authors of Pain, Sanity, and the Street Profits advancing. Unfortunate that Heavy Machinery are out, but you know me. I'm more so celebrating the fact that TM Nobody Gives a Fuck, Jobberelli, and Gimmick Lost are all out of the tournament, which makes me very, very happy. And then we switch gears to something that's not so happy, Tyler Bate being injured, Mustache Mountain being out of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Now, this is kind of concerning for me. On a different note, because as I've been talking about the past couple weeks, I'm going to the Destiny show, and it's supposed to be Mustache Mountain taking on the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and Sami Callihan, who's super popular with his bat. So I'm wondering what's going to happen at my show. But they cut to a handycam sort of cell phone shot video. This is a trend that they're doing a lot on Monday Night Raw, a lot on SmackDown with the whole, I'm just going to shoot a video with my cell phone. They don't do it so much in NXT, so it does come off a little more genuine. They don't do the stupid flashing text thing that they do on the main roster, which helps a lot. But basically, it's Roderick Strong he wants a place at Takeover. He wants something to do, realistically speaking, and he asks and kind of begs William Regal to let him find a partner and join the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which is good. When we're going to talk about the match we got in a second. Great match for what it was, and I'm going to tell you why this great match pissed me off. How about that? So it's Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Roderick Strong and his mystery opponent. His mystery opponent is current UK champion Pete Dunne, which is wonderful. They're going to do... It's the Sheamus and Cesaro scenario, isn't it, really? Because Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch beat the shit out of each other, got some respect for each other. They formed a tag team, and they're in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which is great. Roderick Strong, just recently coming off of a match attempting to get the WWE UK Championship, earned the respect of Pete Dunne to the point where both of them told Adam Cole to go fuck himself. Adam Cole is my fucking hero. We're going to talk about that later on in the night. But now, these guys that feuded are now a team. Now, once is good, twice is okay, 3 times is a little bit of overkill. But I mean, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, Roderick Strong, Pete Dunne in one match is never going to be a bad thing, is it? Let's talk about the match first. Strong and Lorcan start their collar and elbow tie-up. Figure 4 headlock by Lorcan, crossface by Strong. Lorcan works the arm and hands it off to Burch, who continues working the arm. A little bit of tag team psychology from a relatively new team. It's all good. Dunne is in, and he immediately starts what I love from him, the joint manipulation, working the hands, working the fingers, twisting the joints, and all that sort of thing. Trip by Burch twice, and all 4 men rush the ring as we go to what NXT calls a commercial break, when it's really not a commercial break. It's just, you know, hey, tune in to 205 Live tomorrow, and then we're immediately back to the match. And I lost my place. Of course I did. Double front suplex by Dunne and Strong. Chops by Dunne. Boot and a dropkick by Burch. Strong and Lorcan trade punches. Dropkick by Lorcan. Blockbuster by Lorcan. Enziguri by Strong. And X-Plex by Dunne, which is a pretty move. I'm not going to lie. Chops and a suplex by Lorcan, crossface by Burch, single leg crab by Lorcan. At the same time, before I tear this away and crumple it up as I do, crossface by Burch and a single leg crab by Lorcan. At the same time, side by side submissions by a tag team establishing dominance in the match. It's all good. Right hand by Burch, Enziguri by Dunne, exploder suplex by Burch, but a backbreaker and the end of Heartache by Strong get the win for Strong and Dunne. And I think it's Nigel McGuinness on commentary that says not bad for the first time they've ever tag teamed together. Now, this was a fun match. This is 4 guys I enjoy. These are 2 guys I enjoy that are going to go on in this tournament. Now, why does it bother me? Because other than the fact that it was a great match, and other than the fact that 2 guys that I like won, I gotta break it down a little bit here. There's an element here of Strong and Dunne should have other things to do. More importantly, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch don't have anything to do. The only thing they have really going for them is this newly formed tag team that NXT keeps performing on and off. Now, I don't expect them to win the whole Dusty Classic, but to win 1 or 2 rounds of the Dusty Classic, at least establish them as a tag team, maybe get them a tag team title shot later on down the line, would have done something for them, because they really don't have anything. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Danny Burch was part of the UK tournament. I think Oney Lorcan was in the CWC. Somebody correct me down in the box below if I'm wrong. So, you know, it's been sort of off and on booking with them, but I really like the fact that they did the whole Sheamus and Cesaro thing, where they beat the ever-loving fuck out of each other. I think Hideo Itami was involved in that at some point as well. Developed a respect for each other, formed a tag team, and that could have been cool. That could have been the brawler tag team for NXT. Now, on the other side of the coin, you've got Roderick Strong, who those of you who've been watching for a long time know that I went from Roderick Strong being some guy that was really cool in the ring, but I couldn't be paid to give a fuck about. Now, that's slowly changing, especially with his performance in the Cruiserweight, the tournament on 205 Live, when I started reviewing 205 Live. But they're establishing Roderick Strong as the guy that can't win anything, which is bad. I mean, they're using him all over the place, which is great. We're getting great matches out of him, which is great. But he's gone for the NXT title more than once and lost decidedly. He's booted himself out of the Cruiserweight tournament for the Cruiserweight title. He's lost to Pete Dunne going for the UK title. And I don't believe that they're going to win this tournament. I really don't. So you're really playing up this story that Roderick Strong is a loser. He has great matches and loses. And that shouldn't be a gimmick. Now, the other side of the coin as well, we know there's a brand new title coming to NXT. I get it. There's going to be 4 titles technically in NXT, but the adopted 5th title of NXT is the UK Championship. Now, as I say, I don't think these guys are going to go on to win the whole thing, but I do think they'll be in the final, which means Pete Dunne is going to be at TakeOver, which he should be, because he's a fantastic fucking talent, but he's not going to be defending his championship, which leaves that title kind of dormant for this pay-per-view cycle. And because NXT only has 4 or 5 pay-per-views a year, that's 3 months or so that we're not going to see that title on the pay-per-view stage. If you wanted to do that, I would rather see these guys lose out early and have a rematch at TakeOver. That would be great. I would really love to see somebody like Wolfgang or Killian Dane get a shot at the UK Championship, but Pete Dunne should be defending his title. Roderick Strong should not be booked as a loser, and Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch should have progressed in this tournament. Especially, I mean, yes, they are a thrown together team as well, but they've been a thrown together team that's been establishing themselves for a little while. They shouldn't be losing to these guys that were literally fighting each other last week, and one's a super babyface and one's a super heel, just the way he takes people apart in the ring, and Pete Dunne, and how he established himself in the UK tournament by taking out all his competitors on the stage. So I hope you guys don't think I'm absolutely fucking insane, because I love this match. I would love to see a rematch of this tag team match, but the fact that these guys that I like won drives me nuts, because it doesn't make any sense, in my personal opinion. Now, if they go on and actually win the Dusty Classic, if they go on and actually challenge the Undisputed Era at the thing, then cool, they might become the new champions. Then okay, cool, Pete Dunne might be a dual champion. He'd be a tag team champion and the UK champion, along with being the Destiny World Champion, which is awesome. But I don't think that's going to happen. I really, really don't. I wish it would. I don't think it's going to. Speaking of guys that I've seen recently, we see a video promo for Ricochet, who's coming soon to NXT, which is wonderful. We all know when he's coming, but, you know, for those of you that don't pay attention to the dirt sheets, that don't pay attention to the internet, Ricochet is coming soon. I saw him perform at NXT Mississauga against Buddy Murphy. It was a great match. It opened the show, and it did a good fucking job. He needs to change his music. Unless they've already changed it. The music that he had at the house show was, you know, generic Rock 5, which did not fit with the performance that I saw that night. And considering the way in which he's going to be debuting at TakeOver, spoiler, give him some more exciting music. I'm looking forward to him debuting. I'm looking forward to EC3 debuting as well, but there hasn't really been anything mentioned on the TV show about him as of yet. Ember Moon versus Aaliyah. Now, Ember Moon, great champion, one of my favorites on NXT right now, versus Aaliyah, who's awesome, incredibly underrated, and my hometown girl. The match was nothing special, and Shayna Baszler on commentary was obviously Ember Moon wins with the Eclipse, because even though Aaliyah's great, they're not booking her as a great person. She's there to do the job so that the commentators can talk about the match at TakeOver, which is fine. Ember Moon stands in the ring yelling. Shayna Baszler stands on the commentator booth yelling. They're in each other's face from a long distance away, and that is anticlimactic to say the least. Next week, we are getting both semifinal matches of the Dusty Classic. We're getting the Street Profits versus the Authors of Pain, and Dunne and Strong are taking on Sanity. Now, if it was up to me, I would have Street Profits versus Sanity in the finals. I think we're going to get the opposite. I think we're going to get Authors of Pain versus Dunne and Strong, which is going to be just a weird, weird match. They're going to be great matches, as I say. As I said about the match tonight, I predict these are going to be great matches. I don't think I'm going to get any result that is going to make sense in my head. Raul Mendoza comes out to face who? We don't know, because Andrade Cien Almas beats him up on the rampway and throws him off the stage for reasons. Andrade Cien Almas comes to the ring, shouts a lot in Spanish at Aleister Black, mumbles something about respect, and I'm not saying that to be a dick. I really couldn't make out what he was saying. He mumbles something about respect. He calls him a piece of shit or a piece of crap. I don't know which, because they censored it because reasons. Face me next week and pay for your disrespect. Very, very short, very, very go nowhere promo from Aleister Black. A lot of excitement, a lot of energy, a lot of aggression. Don't know what he was saying when he was speaking Spanish, because I'm Canadian. Anyways, we get a video package on Lars Sullivan, and we find out that he's coming back next week. Yay! And then we got William Regal, who says, hey, we're about to see the main event, but let me just tell you, there's an announcement coming next week, and it's going to change the landscape of NXT. And I tell you what, guys, I have no idea what William Regal's talking about. Jesus fucking Christ. Cole, Adam Cole, baby, versus Cassius Ohno. Why the fuck is Cassius Ohno in the main event of NXT? Tell me why. Apparently they had a beef on Twitter, and yes. Now, not only... I'm going to tell you right now, Adam Cole won this match. We're going to talk about it in a second, but not only did he beat Cassius Ohno clean... he didn't bother having his backup out there, because even though he's a heel, he didn't bother with backup. And Cassius Ohno had 1 or 2 good shots in this match, and the rest of it was Adam Cole basically owning him, which made me smile a whole bunch. Collar and elbow tie up, and Cole works the arm and wrist to start kitchen sinking some forearms by Cole and a shoulder toggle, boot by Ohno and a senton and some chops. The commentators were really trying to play up Cassius Ohno and the senton and saying, hey, it drives the 5th and 6th and 7th wind out of you, which I guess in their heads sounded impressive, but really it just means, hey, you had a fat guy land on you. I can't talk shit. I'm not exactly small either, but Jesus fucking Christ, he's out there in his tank top or his jersey or whatever. Cole falls out of the ring and makes believe that he injured his leg, suckers him in, enziguri, mud hole, and he pulls him up by the hair. Kicks to the back by Cole and a chin lock with a knee posted in the back. Backstabber by Cole, but a one-punch knockdown by Cassius Ohno makes me nervous. Lariat and a boot by Cole, scoop slam and a leg drop. A boot by Ohno, a forearm, and a series of strikes by Cole. Hangman by Ohno. Tosses Cole out of the ring, but back in the ring, we get one beautiful last sequence. Super kick, super kick, super kick, suplex neckbreaker, running knee to the back of the head. You don't even get a finisher. Adam Cole gets the win, baby. And this, as I say, guys, I said it at the beginning and I'm going to say it now too. This wasn't a bad show. It just didn't make any sense and drove me crazy. That's all I got. Next week will be better. 205 Live, we got Murphy versus TJP versus Kalisto versus Tozawa, which is apparently a #1 contenders match, even though they didn't make that clear. So that should be fun. And next week on NXT, we've got both semifinal matches of the Dusty Classic. Street Profits versus the Authors of Pain, and Sanity versus the brand new minted team of Strong and Bait. Or sorry, not Strong and Bait, Strong and Done. I can speak, I swear. Anyways, I've been Spaz, your YWC Reality Check. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation. Keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I will talk to each and every last one of you later, but for right now, I am tagging out. Bye, guys.
You're a freak.